Science investigates, religion interprets. Science gives man knowledge, which is power. Religion gives man wisdom, which is control. Science deals mainly with facts, religion deals mainly with values. The two are not rivals. If democracy is to have breadth of meaning, it is necessary to adjust this inequity. It is not only moral, but it is also intelligent. We are wasting and degrading human life by clinging to archaic thinking. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but he must take it, because conscience tells him it is right. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into friend. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. The time is always right to do what is right. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. For when people get caught up with that which is right, and they are willing to sacrifice for it, there is no stopping point short of victory. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. Be a bush, if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be a sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. Shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. There is nothing more tragic than to find an individual bogged down in the length of life, devoid of breadth. Nonviolence is absolute commitment to the way of love. Love is not emotional bash, it is not empty sentimentalism. It is the active outpouring of one's whole being into the being of another. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us, and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. Man must evolve for all human conflict a method which rejects revenge, aggression and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. We are not makers of history. We are made by history. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. Rarely do we find men who willingly engage in hard, solid thinking. There is an almost universal quest for easy answers and half-baked solutions. Nothing pains some people more than having to think. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. I am not interested in power for power's sake, but I'm interested in power that is moral, that is right, and that is good. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor, it must be demanded by the oppressed. A right delayed is a right denied. You can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. In some not too distant tomorrow, the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine over our great nation with all their scintillating beauty.